Welcome. If you're new to this channel, let me introduce myself. My name is Logan. This is Timeless Personal Growth and Development. And I got a child development video for you guys today. Don't lose emotional control when you're dealing with children. Ever. Obviously, easier said than done, right? Yeah. But why don't you want to lose emotional self-control? Well, for starters, you may say something you may regret. Whether you're a professional, whether you're a parent, you want to maintain the discipline towards that child. You want to maintain a certain level of authority and leadership, but balance that with not losing your temper and not losing that control, because that's going to be very, very important. Especially when you have to make tough decisions, tough calls with kids that you don't necessarily want to make. And there's going to be moments, there are going to be times when, man, they're going to grind your nerves sometimes. They're going to really, really test your patience. Really test your patience. And you're trying to be calm, you're trying to maintain focus, you're trying to maintain that control, but it's just like eating away at you and eating away at you, and you just want to lose it on them. And you just want to tell them, God damn it, I'm the adult in this situation, just do what I tell you to do. And you start yelling, and then you start screaming, and then because of that is a chain reaction, and then they start yelling, and then they start screaming, and it's a never-ending cycle. And losing your emotional control when you're dealing with your kids, not good, because it's not productive. And the situation, it doesn't go anywhere. And it actually makes things worse for the future, because then your kids know, ooh, awesome, I know how to test daddy's buttons, I know where his limits are, I know what to do to trigger him and get him angry. Ooh, I know how to make mommy angry, I know how to get what I want with them. Just trigger them and then get them angry, then that gives me an excuse to get angry as well. When it comes to working with kids, or dealing with your own kids, if you can remain calm in the situation, but firm, and set healthy boundaries, but maintain an air of calmness to you. And when they're pushing your buttons like, Daddy, I want this, Mommy, I want this, and you're just like, it's yelling and screaming at them saying, no, I'm not giving you that, instead of just being calm and kind of laid back about the situation. Not passive, but kind of laid back, and just be like, no, we're not doing that. These are my expectations of you. You want something from me, I expect you to do this first. You accomplish this task, this goal, then you get your reward. And that's it. And then you walk away from the situation. And there's nothing else to talk about, to discuss. There's no negotiation. You're the adult, you're the parent, you're the leader, you dictate the terms. They do not dictate the terms. And you say that, and you say it in a very calm, but firm and stern manner. Because then they know that you're not going to budge. You're not going to move on your expectations, and they're going to test you, and they're going to start whining and crying, raising your voice. And when they raise your voice, don't raise your voice back. Just remain calm, just exactly like you were in the beginning. No. You can raise your voice all around. You can kick, you can scream, you can punch some walls. Absolutely not. And that'll actually make things worse. You behave like that, you behave immaturely, you're not getting what you want. And you can apply this to any relationship you're in. It doesn't necessarily be child development. It's a good I guess that's a good way to deal with any situation, when it comes to work, when it comes to relationships and friends, and like, you have expectations. And set your boundaries firm and just be like, well, this is what I expect you to do. Well, no, these are my terms and conditions. You don't want to meet my terms and conditions? Okay, then I'll go somewhere else, and be willing to walk away from the situation. Because that's right there. Your ability to walk away from the situation is the ultimate form of power. Oh, you're not going to listen to my terms, my conditions? That's fine. That's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. That doesn't upset me. Nothing wrong with that at all. Absolutely nothing wrong with that. Then how I'm going to walk away. I'm going to find another opportunity elsewhere. When it comes to dealing with your kids, they're going to know, obviously, if you're a parent, they're going to know what pushes your buttons and what triggers you. They're going to, they live with you, your mom, your dad. They're going to figure that out in the long term, right? Of course. But if you ever find yourself kind of losing that emotional control, take a step back, go do something else, and walk away. Collect yourself, go work out, go have a meal, go eat something, and come back. Don't let them push your buttons and lose that control. Like I said, you can apply this to anything. You can actually apply this to relationships too, or marriages. Don't have a screaming fight with your spouse. If you feel like you're losing control, both of you are, go do something else. Go for a walk, go relax, go see someone else, and come back when you can talk calmly together. Don't lose that control. There will be moments when you will. But the moment you start to lose that control is when you start losing that power and that leverage. And when they can play you like a puppet and play your strings, that's when they got you. Oh, he's losing emotional control, and I'm just gonna play him like a puppet. Don't let anyone play your emotions like that. Anyone. And especially with kids, they're the ones emotionally developing, right? It's not you. You're the adult, right? You're supposed to be the mature one. You're supposed to be the one emotionally grown up, emotionally mature, emotionally stable. You should be. And if you're not, then you need to check yourself, and you need to evaluate yourself a little bit. And they're the ones developing, and you need to model that behavior. If you want to teach them emotional discipline, emotional self-control, then you, as the adult, need to have that yourself. You need to model that behavior. You need to show the example of what is emotional self-control, what is setting boundaries, staying firm, being the leader, setting expectations, but doing that with maintaining emotional control, emotional discipline. Show them the example of that. You show them an example of how to behave in the world, they're going to model that behavior. If you're the parent that's going to be emotionally unstable, emotionally insecure of yourself, and not showing that discipline, well, that's the example your child's going to walk around in the world with when it comes to school, comes to relationships, because that's what they learned. Solve problems by yelling and screaming and losing all that control. And I'll get what I want. And the real world doesn't work like that. Real world, what do you got to do? You got to work. You got to work hard. You got to learn to be able to separate and discipline your emotions in the right time. And don't let anyone play you. And keep that control. And on that note, thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, guys, do me a quick favor. Hit the like button and subscribe. Comment if you want any other video topics that you would like me to do and relates to child development and just personal development. Let me know, and I'll book it. Have a good one.